All right, today we're going to strip back one of the most powerful engineering tools out there to its absolute core. We're going to look at MATLAB and start right at square one, using it as a simple but incredibly powerful calculator. So let's be honest, when you hear MATLAB, your mind probably jumps to crazy complex simulations, right? Or, heavy-duty data analysis. Maybe just pages and pages of code that looks kind of intimidating. And hey, you're not wrong, but that's not the whole story. That's not where you start. Because really, at its very heart, MATLAB is the most powerful and precise calculator you will ever get your hands on. I mean, think about it. Before you can design a suspension bridge or model a financial market, you've got to know the basic math. And that's exactly what we're going to nail down today. Okay, so let's start with the absolute fundamentals. You can think of these as the Lego bricks for everything, and I mean everything else you'll ever do in MATLAB. We're talking about the basic arithmetic you use every single day. Now take a look at this. What's kind of cool is how familiar it all is, right? You've got your plus sign for addition, minus for subtraction. For multiplication, we just use the little asterisk, and for division, a forward slash. The only one that might feel a little new is the caret symbol, that little upward arrow, which is for exponentiation or raising something to a power. So you can see 5 squared is just 5 squared. You literally just type these into the command line, hit enter, and boom. It's that easy. All right, so we have our tools, but, it's kind of like driving a car. Knowing how to hit the gas and the brake isn't enough. You have to know the rules of the road to actually get where you're going without causing a wreck. In math, and definitely in MATLAB, that rulebook is the order of operations. And the good news is, MATLAB follows a rule you almost certainly learned back in middle school, PEMDAS. Some of you might know it as BODMAS, but it's the exact same idea. It's the hierarchy. Parentheses always get solved first, then exponents. After that comes multiplication and division, and bringing up the rear, we have addition and subtraction. So, why is this such a huge deal? Well, look at this example. It's super simple. 2 plus 3 times 4. If you just go left to right, you might do 2 plus 3 is 5, and then 5 times 4 is 20. But whoa, that is not how MATLAB thinks. It follows PEMDAS, so it knows it has to do that multiplication first, giving you the correct answer of 14. Getting this right is absolutely critical. And here's a little peek behind the curtain at its logic. MATLAB scans the line, sees that multiplication, and takes care of it first. 3 times 4 equals 12. Done. Only then does it go back and do the addition. 2 plus that result of 12 gives us the correct answer, 14. It follows these rules perfectly, every single time. But what if you actually wanted to do the addition first? Well, this is where you take charge. This is where you become the boss of the equation. By using parentheses, you can completely override the default order. If you type 2 plus 3 times 4, you're basically shouting at MATLAB, hey, do this part in the brackets first, then worry about everything else. Parentheses are your steering wheel. They put you in total control. Okay, we've got the rules of the road down. Now let's talk about some awesome built-in shortcuts. See, MATLAB comes preloaded with some incredibly useful values that it calls constants. So what are these things? They're basically special reserved nicknames for important numbers that you'd use all the time. The most famous one, of course, is pi, but you also get I, which is the imaginary unit. If you're in electrical engineering, you know how crucial that is. And it even knows inf to represent the concept of infinity. You don't have to define them or type them out. MATLAB just knows. It's a huge time saver. And speaking of pi, let's just take a second to appreciate this. When you type pi in MATLAB, you're not just getting 3.14. No way. You are getting this incredible level of precision. This is exactly why scientists and engineers trust MATLAB for their work. That insane accuracy is baked right in. Okay, let's do a quick recap. We've got the operators, we understand the order of operations, and we know about the secret shortcuts. It is time, let's put it all together and do our very first real calculation in MATLAB. So let's find the area of a circle that has a radius of 5 and just watch how clean and elegant this is. First, we can make a variable, we'll call it r, and just say it's equal to 5. Then we write the formula exactly like you would on a piece of paper. Area equals pi times r squared. See how everything we just talked about is right there? We've got our built-in constant pi, the multiplication star, our variable r, and the exponent caret. MATLAB follows PEMDAS, does the exponent first, then the multiplication, and just gives us the answer. Simple, powerful, and so easy to read. And just like that, you've done it. You went from the absolute basics to solving a real problem from geometry. You now have the fundamental toolkit to use MATLAB as the most powerful calculator on the planet. So, the only question left is, what are you going to calculate next?